This is the new iPhone 16 Pro and 16 Pro Max. Now, it's hard to see any differences, but there are some significant ones, and let's get into it. Now, from the back, both phones look very similar to last year's iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max, but as I start to turn them around, you can start seeing some of the differences. On the right side is a new button that's, well, not really a button. It's a touch controller for the camera that can not only open the camera and take a photo, but can also be used to change the zoom, switch cameras, photo styles, and the aperture and portrait mode. The new controller will also get an Apple Intelligence feature called Visual Intelligence that you can press and get context of whatever your camera is pointing at. This feature seems very similar to Google Lens, and unfortunately I won't get to try it until later this year when it comes out. The other big difference is the actual screens are larger. The 16 Pro has a 6.3-inch screen inside roughly the same size body as the iPhone 15 Pro, which had a 6.1-inch screen. The iPhone 16 Pro Max's screen is 6.9 inches compared to 6.7 on last year's 15 Pro Max. The iPhone 16 Pro Max has the largest screen ever made on an iPhone. Yeah, I sound a little bit like Apple right now, don't I? In terms of color, well, you have finishes. Especially if you like titanium, you have natural titanium, white titanium, black titanium, and desert titanium, the most colorful of the titaniums, and that's me being very generous. And then there are the cameras, which this year are exactly the same on both the iPhone 16 Pro and 16 Pro Max, including that 5x telephoto camera, replacing the 3x telephoto on the 15 Pro last year. The main 48 megapixel camera gets a faster sensor. The ultra wide is brand new with a 48 megapixel sensor. Now compare that against the 15 Pro, which had a 12 megapixel ultra wide sensor. And this higher resolution ultra wide sensor should also give a boost in image quality to macro photos. The Pro models can now capture spatial photos and spatial audio, as well as 4K 120 frame per second slow motion, which Apple introduced by showing a new song and video by The Weeknd that was filmed on the new iPhone 16 Pro and had copious amounts of slow motion. Powering all of this is a larger battery and Apple's new A18 Pro chip, which has a faster CPU and a faster GPU, and Apple says 2 times faster ray tracing than last year's 15 Pro. Notice the reflections in the water and the way the lighting and highlights look in this game that I'm playing here. The big boost is a larger neural engine which powers onboard Apple Intelligence for things like AI-suggested writing tools that pop up in documents or emails, photo tools including cleanup to remove unwanted people or things from an image, and a number of Siri changes including a new voice designed to sound more natural, more contextual conversations. Siri even gets a new interface with a glowing border around the edge of the phone when you use Siri. And you don't just have to talk to Siri, you can actually double tap the bottom of the screen so you could type to Siri instead of using your voice. Unfortunately, with Apple Intelligence, all these wonderful features will not be on the phones out of the box and will come over a software update next month. The iPhone 16 Pro is $999 and the 16 Pro Max is $1,199, and they're both available to pre-order starting September 13th and will be in stores starting September 20th. But that's all I got. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think of the new iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max? What feature really stands out to you? Please throw your thought in the comments. Last, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and thank you for watching.